Hello and welcome to today's special Black Friday live Q&A. I'm Katie Keith, founder and CEO at Barn2.
And I'm Sam, the resident YouTuber here at Barn2, celebrating 3 years working for the company this month. And we're ready for another big Black Friday here at the company. This is our biggest sale of the year. So we may as well just jump straight into it and explain what the sale is. So this year,
our sale, it's been live for a week now, but it is now actual Black Friday. We're offering 40% off everything. So that's individual plugins, the all access pass with all 19 of our plugins, and also annual or lifetime deals. So basically everything we do WordPress wise. But for the first time ever, we are also offering even more to people on this live stream. So if you watch all the way until the end, then we will tell you how you can get a guaranteed free plugin from us. If you buy a plugin, you are guaranteed a free plugin as well. So keep watching to the end and we will tell you how to claim your free plugin.
Awesome. And for those of you who don't know how this works, we are here to answer your questions. So please leave us a comment. You can comment on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on X, on any other platform where you're watching this from, and we'll be able to see those comments and we can actually respond to them live. Now, we do have some pre-submitted questions that we'll be going through, but that doesn't mean that you can't, interject at any point with your comments, and we will do our best to get back to those questions as soon as it makes sense to within the context of what we're talking about. That was a complicated way of saying, leave us a comment, please. Tell us where you're watching from in the first place, and then leave us your questions. And we'll actually be going through and jumping into the first section now, or do you have any other general things? No company news?
No,
today?
I think straight into it today. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. All right. So I'm just going to hide these banners and we're going to move in to our first and favorite plugin. I just have to press the present button. So if you could do a little dance while I share my screen.
That was not agreed beforehand.
Then we have our WooCommerce product options plugin. I actually have a custom wall art thing that I'll be getting back to. But for now, let's jump in and view the entire demo. Here we go. So our WooCommerce product options plugin is the sort of plugin you need if you want to expand on the variations, on the limited variations that are on offer in WooCommerce. Typically within WooCommerce, you only get a drop down with the text variations, basically just telling people what the variation is, rather than a much more visual images or color swashes, or perhaps you want some kind of custom fields like a text input box where people can write something that they want added to their product, or a little note for you to keep in mind when you're packaging it or something like that. There are many different ways that you can modify products with our plugin, and this is just a couple of examples. If you want to, you can link other products into these products. So it can be like a bundling situation. So people can choose a case and, where did the related products go on this one? I'm not sure. There should be some headphones and stuff. Okay, we'll have to fix that.
The cases are products though.
Oh, the cases are separate. Yeah, separate related products. Okay. Yeah, I will. And then one of the favorite use cases is a pricing calculator. So this takes an example of made to measure curtains, but it could be made to order anything. And you can create a calculator where people can input the dimensions of their desired product, and the calculator will actually give them an accurate price based on the formula that you set up in the back end. So that's a quick overview of the plugin. And let's jump into the first question. By the way, that's the link. So the first question is, I'm looking at purchasing the product options plugin, and I want my customers to be able to type a word into a preview box and choose a font and see that font on a wall. Also, I like the wall art demo example you have, and how can I achieve that result also? So this is what Steve is talking about Yep. And Katie is going to show us that now.
Oh, I need to reduce the width of my screen, don't I?
You're just showing off with how wide your monitor is every time.
Yeah, but why is it still wide? I've reduced it now. That makes no sense.
Okay,
Although it's gone now, that's better. Okay, excellent. So the wall art demo is, I like this one because it's got 3 printable areas. So I'll show you how that works. I forgot to prepare images. So what we can do is drag some images.
Barn2 logos.
Yes.
You have a folder for
I've
that?
got a beautiful picture of Matt Mullenweg, the founder of WordPress. So we're going to put that on one of them. And as you see, we can resize it and things. Who wants that on their wall? So we all want that on our wall. So that's for one of the pictures, but I want to add more pictures. So I'm going to add another picture of Matt Mullenweg because that is what I have in my downloads folder. So this is going to look like the best wall art ever. Look how philosophical he looks there. But I want 3 images. So I'm going
Katie,
to.
I have a question.
What? You think I'm obsessed with Matt Mullenweg now?
You know, it's starting to look that way.
Okay, fine. In that case, we now have James Kemp from Woo, another automatic employee who is not Matt Mullenweg. Oh my God. Okay, so this is an example. You may not want this on your wall, as great as Automatic and their products are, and WordPress itself. So anyway, the point is that we've added 3 images here, and you can see them previewed on the image of the product. And in the back end, you can set your printable areas so that they can only put the images in the relevant parts. But what this question was actually about text previews, which is interesting because the wall art is image only. So I'm going to go to a different product which allows text as well. Oh, Sam, can you remember which ones support text? I think Backpack probably does.
Yeah, the Backpack, or
yeah,
I was pretty sure the hoodie as well, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Katie's Backpack. Right. So now I'm going to put Katie's Backpack into one of the text areas. So you can do text or images, you can resize it, you can change the font and stuff like that. Do what you want with it. I think I want a different font actually. So let's change it to something a bit different.
You can use the Google Fonts API to load in a bunch of fonts on your website on the back end. But
yeah, so you get control.
Yeah, you may want to control it more specifically so you don't get a bunch of random fonts coming through.
Yeah, I recommend choosing suitable fonts which you can print in and which will look good. So that's the text. And on this image, we've got 2 printable areas which are indicated by the dotted lines. So you've got the one there and one there. And with the wall art, we saw that there was 3. But the question was, how can I achieve that, wasn't it? So let's go into the WordPress backend, and we're going to go to products, product options, and I'll show you how we've achieved the wall art one, I think, since he asked about that. I have to find it though. Wall art, there we go. So I'm going to show you how we set up that option group. We've only got 1 option in here. You can add as many as you like. And this happens to be a file upload option. And with that one, we've got maximum number of files as 3. And you could see that I added 3 files to the image, and then I had also 3 printable areas. So you can choose how many files people can upload. It might just be 1. And if I had wanted to do text, I would simply have chosen either the text input or the paragraph option types, and then the customer would be able to type that and preview it. So exactly the same process. You add an option, choose a type, and select the options.
The paragraph option is the preferred one because it allows multiple lines for the text in a much more natural fashion.
True, yeah. And then the other element to this is how you set the printable areas. So I'm going to go into the wall art picture here. This is my WordPress media library. I'm just going to get rid of this annoying notification. There we go. So I've opened up the image in my media library, and you can see that our WooCommerce product options plugin has added a printable areas section near the bottom. I'm going to click Edit Printable Areas. And here, shown in blue, we have 3 printable areas. So I'll add another one to show you. So I'm going to add a custom size one, which is the fanciest. So imagine if you had a slightly wonky image, like it was a photo of an image at a slight angle. You could actually add a custom shape to show your text preview or image preview on. So you can do whatever you want like that. And also you can disable the ability to move the content they've uploaded and stop them being able to change the font and whatever you want. It's pretty flexible.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that answers that question.
There's a question from Michelle on the stream. How many printable areas? Is there a limit?
No,
so
it's
there's
unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
It's unlimited. So I'm just going to add loads and loads to prove it. Let's add a circle. So I mean, obviously there's a limit in terms of what will physically fit, but our plugin is not adding a limit. And then I'm going to add another custom one as well. There.
Cool.
Okay.
And quickly, Mark Westgard from WS Form says, love some Barn2 products and deals. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, we also love to see.
We love WS Forms as well, don't we?
Yeah, I definitely do. Awesome. All right. So that's a great question about our live preview plugin. And unless there are any other live questions that come in, we're going to move on straight away to our Post Table Pro plugin. Do you have a demo for that, Katie? Or
I do, yeah. I'm ready to go with that. Okay, so next question's about Post Table Pro, which I'm just loading the demo of here. So Post Table Pro is our dynamic WordPress table plugin, which means that it takes any type of content from your WordPress website and displays it in a searchable, sortable table with filters. This table is combining various types of content as an example of what you can do. So we've got a blog post, because you might want to create an index of all your blog posts if you have a big blog. You might want to create a document library, but actually don't, because our Document Library Pro plugin is better for that. I'm sure we'll look at that a bit later. You can show images, like a kind of table-based image gallery with media library files. If you're using an events plugin, you can display events in a searchable table, which might be an easier way to find them than the layouts that come with your events plugin. You can list e-commerce plugin products rather. Again, don't if you're using WooCommerce, because we have a WooCommerce product table plugin with more functionality for that. So basically any type of content that you've got in the back end of your WordPress site, you can display in Post Table Pro. And you get full control over everything. You can build your table columns with any data that WordPress stores, including custom fields and taxonomies. You can add whatever filters you want, like it might be year, publisher, anything at all, a location. You can add any filters you want. So what is our first question about Post Table Pro?
Right. So Paul writes, I believe Post Table Pro can list custom post types. Would this include Cool Timeline Pro, which is a plugin developed by Code Canyon? And Paul actually wrote 3 questions, so we'll just bang them out one by one. So this is the website for the Cool Timeline Pro plugin that he mentioned. And they make these like timelines. So there's like a line going vertically down, and you can add all these things to it. And so the simple answer to the question, Paul, is yes. Just checking my notes so I can see what the answer is. Yeah. So cool. So Cool Timeline Pro uses a custom post type for timeline entries that they call stories. So you can display this, and any custom data it stores will be custom fields or taxonomies. So yeah, our plugin can display all kinds of custom post types, even if they're coming from another plugin. Second question, on the Post Table Pro demo, can you provide any info on how it displays tags and what the criteria for a search listing would require? Yeah, so can we go back to your demo?
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. How it displays tags. Okay, so first of all, if lazy loading is disabled, then all columns in the table are searchable. So if there's a tags column, then that would also be searchable. There's also a filtering option, and you can see Katie was using that there. So you can add a filter specifically for tags. People can filter by a certain tag. And if the lazy load is enabled, then only the name and content columns are searchable, but not tags, just so you know. So if you have so many posts that you need to enable lazy load for performance, then you could have a workaround of using the Search WP plugin, which would power the search box. And in that case, you could control the logic to include the tags. All right, and third question from Paul's. I'm developing a website for a client. Would it be best if my client purchased Posttable Pro, or can I buy it on behalf of my clients? I'll let Katie jump on that one.
Yeah, you can do either. I personally would recommend getting your client to buy it if that fits in with your working relationship and contract with them for them to buy their own plugins. The reason being that if you, for any reason, don't end up working with that client in a year or 2 years when they need to renew their plugin license, then you don't want them to be stuck without updates and support and new features and things like that. So if they have their own subscription, which will automatically bill them every year for the plugin, then that's going to be more sustainable for the client into the future. The exception is if you're planning to buy a lifetime deal for them. I know that quite a lot of developers and agencies that use our plugins for their clients prefer to get lifetime deals because they just know that that client is covered forever, even if they stop working with them. So think about the long-term stability of your client's website. But yeah, plenty also just buy it themselves on an annual plan and then renew and rebill the client every year. It's just a bit more admin for you to do that as well. So if you can get out of that, I'd recommend either going lifetime or getting the client to do it themselves.
Yeah, if you're a big enough agency and say you have, you can get like a lifetime for 5 sites or something, and then you can just add or remove it from various client sites. But then it's a bit messy when you stop working with them. So I like Katie's recommendation of getting them to have their subscription.
Yeah, that's an interesting point though, because then we've got the all access pass. And agencies do buy the all access pass so that they can get all of our plugins on all of their clients' websites. So if that fits with the sorts of projects you're doing, particularly if you're regularly building WooCommerce products, websites for people or something like that, or if you do lots of document library type websites for local governments, the sorts of things where you'd use our plugins on multiple websites, then maybe just get an all access pass and then you take care of that. So it depends really, but there's various options.
Yeah, nice one. We're going to move on to our WooCommerce Discount Manager plugin, but now is a great time to remind you guys that we're answering your questions live as well as answering pre-submitted questions. So please keep the comments coming. If you are watching live now, say hello and maybe where you're watching from, and we'd love to answer any questions you have. So let's bring up the WooCommerce Discount Manager. Now, I don't want to be too confusing, but I am going to show the discount manager on our product table because it's the easiest way to show all of the different discount types in one page. And consequently, it also shows our product table plugin. So our plugin does a bunch of different discount types. In fact, now we're up to 7 different discount types, right? So we have simple discounts where you can schedule ahead of time, like a $5 off coupon or a 15% off store-wide kind of sale. But you can also do other kinds of sales like buy one, get one half price, or a BOGO deal, buy one, get one free. You can set up quantity step discounts where different amounts of products bought leads to different discount percentages or set discounts. And you can also set up spend limits. So spending at least this amount leads to certain discounts. So $100, 20% off, something like that. And well, it doesn't directly impact shipping rates, right? But you could set up a theoretical like you could still set up a deal and a banner and stuff where you talk about, spend $200 and then get free shipping, and you would just have to manage the shipping on your end as the store owner, right?
Yeah, you'd have to do it slightly indirectly, like you'd remove the amount that shipping is from the product price, so they're paying that it doesn't actually interrupt with shipping, like Sam says, but you could achieve something equivalent by reducing the overall price by that amount or something.
Hmm. Yeah, and I don't want to get too sidetracked, but did you want to answer any of these live questions that are coming through quickly?
Yeah, particularly the product table one at this stage, I think, because you've got
Sure.
it on the screen right now. So to
Sure.
just give a quick overview, the part of what's on Sam's screen, which is our WooCommerce product table plugin, is the table. It looks like Post Table Pro, which we just saw a minute ago, but it's specific to selling WooCommerce products in a quick one-page order form. The key here is the right-hand column, which has your quantity pickers, your add to cart buttons, multi-select checkboxes, and if there were any variable products in this table, which there aren't, you would also have variations so customers can choose quantities and variations and quickly add to the cart without needing to visit the single product page. And Vishal's question is, can Barn2's product table handle 50,000 plus product without custom optimization, or does performance drop? So the answer is yes to the first part. Yes, it can handle it. And what you need to do is enable the lazy load option, which basically, let's say you've got 50,000 products in the table, but you've only got 20 products on each page of the table. So lazy load will load 20 products at a time, not 50,000. And that is why you can list literally an unlimited number of products without performance problems. So the pagination at the bottom is what enables this. Only one page ever loads at a time. And also, even when that one page loads with lazy load, the rest of your page, like your header and your sidebar and footer and everything, loads before the product table. So it really doesn't slow things down.
Mm-hmm. Great. Getting back to our question about WooCommerce Discount Manager. So we had this question come through. If I set up the first discount type for a product and then set up another discount for the same product, I presume, which discount will apply to that product? And I can hide my screen if you need, Katie. But in the case where you have multiple discounts applying to a single product, what we have is a priority list in the back end. So your discounts are listed in an order from 1 to X, however many you have. And whatever discount is higher on that list, literally towards the top, will be prioritized when it comes to adding discounts to the same products. So you could have 3 or 4 different discounts which could theoretically be set up on one product, but only the one at the top of the list will actually apply. And you can drag and drop to reorder them in the list. So you can change the priority of a discount just by dragging it around, and thus change which discount applies to the same product which it's set up for. So that's a fairly simple question, actually, to answer, and I hope that you find that's quite useful for you, whoever asked that question. We've got lots of people just saying hello to us, so we'll just say hello. Nice to see you guys on the stream, and yeah, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for your questions. Now is also a good time to remind you guys, since we've been going for about half an hour, that today is our big sale for Black Friday. And we're offering 40% off everything. And for this live stream, we're actually doing a bit of a giveaway for customers. So you can find out during this stream how to access a free plugin. And yeah, we'll give you the details of that. So yeah, stick around. We've got just a few more plugins and questions that we'll go through, and then we'll explain how to do that plugin giveaway. All right.
Yep. So product filtered now, I think, aren't we?
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm jumping around everywhere with the banners. This is product
So the
filters.
next plugin we're going to answer questions about is WooCommerce product filters. So this is our plugin which makes it easier to find products in a WooCommerce store. In WooCommerce on its own, you do get filters, but they can only appear as widgets and they're quite basic. They only appear as, I think, checkboxes and drop downs. And whenever you choose from the filter, it reloads the page, which may not be the best customer experience. So if you want better filtering, particularly if you've got lots of products, then you can use our WooCommerce product filters plugin, which you can see here. So our plugin can add filters either above or actually the sidebar. So here we've got both on the same shop. Above, we've got like a range slider, so you can choose fabric thickness. That is either a custom attribute or taxonomy. It supports any type of product data. You can choose the season and see how can you see these, Sam, as I open them up?
Yes, we can see them.
Excellent. So you can see that we've got like sliders, we've got radio buttons, we've got images, and similarly in the sidebar, we've got the filters that are visible all the time, which can be like visual images, they can be color swatches, labels, they can be star ratings, checkboxes, anything you would expect basically for filtering. And when you choose filter options, it uses Ajax to filter the list immediately to find what you're looking for. So it's not doing a page reload each time. So what are our questions about this plugin?
So the first question comes in two parts. Your WooCommerce product filter looks amazing. Oh, thank you. I've read the documentation and have seen a few examples. However, I want to ask if I can use the filter to display horizontal filters with some options and have a toggle filter to show all the other options instead of using it only in a sidebar. So if I understand the question correctly, there's this they want to only have the horizontal filters, or they want to have the option for both.
There's actually a few ways we could read this, aren't there? So I'll go back to my screen. So do they want to have the filters that are visible all the time available above the list of products without having a sidebar? That could, and also have some hidden in a drop down. You could, so basically what we've got in the right hand column here, are they saying they might want that above their products, do you think?
Yeah, I think they just want to show some filters and have a toggle to show all the other options, instead of using it
like
only
a
in
more
the
filters
sidebar.
button.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they want a
more
more filters button. I don't know. We
Mhm.
have on mobile, we have the ability to hide them all, either on desktop or mobile. I don't think we've got an option to show some products only and then show the rest. So what I would probably do is do something else, like you can have them all hidden either with a drop down or a toggle, so that you display all of the names of the filters, but they're not visible, so it doesn't take up much space, and then customers can always see what filters are available and open them up. Can you think of any other good solutions?
Yeah, well, maybe if they made the sidebar like a kind of like fast cart, pop in, pop out kind of thing. Is that
Yeah, we have
possible?
that.
Yeah.
Because it's mostly used on mobile, but you can enable it on desktop. So when you click the filters button, a pop-up kind of a slide out panel, actually, I'd call it a slide out panel, appears containing all your filters. You see that in quite a lot of major e-commerce type stores. So that might be a good option as well.
We do have a page that I wanted to show off, creating filters and filter groups. So, oh wait, I think I didn't add this to the hang on a second.
The banners.
The banners, yeah. Just adding a banner for this quickly. It's a page which there we go. Get rid of all the extra stuff from the link, and there we go. So this is a knowledge base article creating filters, and if you go to the short code section, all the way down, I had it before. There we go. Then you can actually set up different filters using shortcodes. And Katie knows more about this than I do because I did not play around with shortcodes and filters very much. But
if you scroll down a bit, you can see all the options in the shortcode, like
Right.
whether to display it horizontally or vertically.
Exactly. Yeah, so layout equals horizontal, and you can change that to vertical or anything. And so that way you can play around with where the filters are displaying by using the shortcode specifically. We have another question about the plugin. Can I show different filters on different category pages?
Yeah. So which of us is doing that one? That's a me question. Okay.
If you can.
So
I can also answer it.
yes, you can. There's basically two ways to do that. So I'll show you the easiest way first. Oh, we have to remove yours first. Here we go. So the easiest way is to automatically show all available attribute filters on, basically, if different products have different attributes. Let's say you have a store that sells shoes and other types of clothing, and maybe your t-shirt category has a sleeve length attribute, and your shoes category has a heel height attribute. Obviously, you want different filters on different pages. That's the most common reason why you might want different filters on different category pages. So we've made that really easy. I'm going to go into a filter group in WooCommerce product filters and add a new attribute filter to show you how it works. So we're going to go filter, and all these attributes are listed. So I'm going to go for, is there a size one? Why can't I see size? That seems unusual. Okay, fine. We will go for color. So maybe one category has color options and others don't. Here, we could select, no, that's not what I want. Oh, I want attributes. Okay, yes. So if I click filter by attribute, then I want this option. So show filters for all available attributes. So we could have selected an attribute. That's why I couldn't find color before. It's under attributes. So attribute, select attribute, or you can go show filters for all available attributes, and then it will automatically create those filters based on what attributes the products in that particular category have. So that's your easiest option. If, however, you want to have completely different filters, like maybe one category has a price filter and another doesn't, so the differences are not just attributes, then you're going to need to create a different filter group in our plugin for each category. And then you're going to need to do something like use a widget visibility plugin or something to show a different widget on each category page. And there are free plugins that allow you to choose which pages different widgets appear on. So you'd create a filter group, you'd add it to a particular product filter sidebar widget, and then you create another product filter sidebar widget with a different filter group linked to it, and so on for each category. But if you're just doing attributes, do the easy method I showed you.
So it is possible, but it's not in the plugin per se. But
if you want completely different filters, if you just want different attribute filters, it is in the plugin.
True. Yeah. Good point. Thank you guys for the questions about product filters. If you're ready, Katie, we'll jump into the next plugin, which is
on restaurant ordering.
Restaurant ordering. Yes, that's right. So
yeah, I think we're getting towards the end of the plugins that we've got pre-submitted questions about. I think we've got 77 people watching live, and there's only been a couple of live questions. So if you want to know anything, then now is the time to start typing it while we're going through this next plugin.
That's right. Yeah, so this is a plugin we've had in our repertoire, what the word is, for quite a while, I guess. And it was a very popular plugin in 2020 for some reason. I can't think why, honestly.
Yeah, why did restaurants suddenly need to deliver to everybody's homes in 2020? Why did we have to quickly build a plugin to replicate Uber Eats in WordPress?
That's right. So that's what we did. We we replicated Uber Eats in WordPress with this plugin. That's one way to think about it. With a couple of additional integrations of different plugins, you can actually replicate a very similar experience to the Uber Eats. And it's all yours. You own all your data. And when you get an order, you don't have to pay 30% to Uber. So, that's always really nice. And you can see here, I'm going through a Lightbox and I'm ordering different foods. There's layouts like this, this kind of horizontal tiles, but there are other layout options as well. It's like this. We just did that one column with sidebar. So you can also have 2 columns with a sidebar. So it's more like tiles like this. And there are even 3 tiles. Yeah, so you can play around with the layout, but essentially, as well as the functionality of the plugin in terms of whether something gets ordered as soon as somebody presses on it, or if they get a light box with more information. And you can split up your menu into different categories, and people can scroll through all those different categories and order from your menu in a kind of live ordering setup. So that's a basic overview of the plugin. And the question also comes in 2 parts. I need more information regarding the meal deal or fixed menu price functionalities. I want to be able to select, for example, 1 appetizer and 1 main plate, or a main plate and a dessert. I want to have multiple menu options with a fixed price relying on the same products. Is that possible with your plugin? This is from Irun or Irun.
Yeah, meal deals are a popular use case. I'll show you our meal deal demo first, and then I'll talk about the fixed price side of things. So here we've created a meal deal, which basically combines WooCommerce restaurant ordering with 2 of our other plugins, WooCommerce Discount Manager and WooCommerce Quantity Manager. So I'll show you how the different plugins are interacting on this page. Obviously, the layout comes from WooCommerce restaurant ordering, which Sam just showed you. So first of all, the starters category, you have to buy 2. So we've used WooCommerce Quantity Manager to set minimums and maximums to force them to buy 2 starters. So let me try and add 3 to my cart. And it's not letting me. I need to check it's working properly, but it should have displayed an error then. And I have no idea why it didn't, because it did use 2. So it might be that we've accidentally deactivated that plugin or something. But the idea is that if you try to add more than 2, then it will tell you off and not let you add it to the cart. And this is just a manual notice we've added to the page, because I think with meal deals, it's really helpful to advise customers of what the rules are so that they know and it's clear. And also the 2 for $10 deal, that is coming from our WooCommerce Discount Manager plugin, which has created a 2 starters. So 2 products from the starter category will cost a fixed price of $5. So that's how we're doing that. Then we've got choose up to.
That answers the question, the second part of the question, which is fixed price relying on the same products. So that's with the Discount Manager plugin.
Yeah, I suppose it does actually. Yeah. And then we've done similar things, but with different logic, like choose up to 4 mains and get the cheapest 2 free. So that's a different way of achieving something like that. So in this case, you would create a discount rule in WooCommerce Discount Manager, where if you buy 4 products from the mains category, you get 2 free. So the customer adds 6 and the 2 cheapest ones will not be charged in the checkout. And then another one, spend 10 on desserts from that category and get 25% off. So you can do all these cool rules with WooCommerce Discount Manager. And we also have a knowledge-based article specifically about creating fixed price menus, because that's a common request. So as you can see here, we've provided step-by-step instructions on exactly how to do the fixed price side of things.
Oh, what's that? 40% off today? What? I saw a little banner on our knowledge base. So
it's everywhere.
We make sure you can't miss it. But isn't it true that still some people miss it? Every so
Yeah,
often,
yeah.
people make an order
If-
without the discount, and then we have to remind them that they could actually get a discount if they wanted to.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
year it's all over the place. There's banners because we don't change all our pricing. You have to use the coupon code,
hmm
and so people do things like not use it. So use the code.
Mm.
Ends on Monday. So
Speaking of code, this is a QR code which will help you to get to our website with the sale. Um, and now is probably a very good time to explain how people can get a free plugin.
yep. So we promised this at the beginning. We're doing a deal which is just for the live stream during Black Friday, where if you buy any plugin from us during the Black Friday sale, so that's between now and midnight on Monday, then all you need to do to get any free Barn2 plugin of your choice is reply to the order confirmation email and say, I watched your live stream, please send me WooCommerce Discount Manager or whichever plugin you want for free. So just reply. It doesn't have to be any specific wording. Just say you watch the live stream, I want this plugin, and we will send you that second plugin for free.
hmm And then when you get the confirmation email from the free plugin, send us another email and we'll give you another free. No, I'm just kidding. It's limited to one per customer. But
Yeah, you have to pay for the first plugin. And
yeah. Shh, it's a hack, life hack.
yeah, buy
No,
one, get one free, basically, isn't it?
we'll be more than happy to send you a free plugin if you guys send us that email and say, hey, we watched you live. Maybe even mention, hey, Sam was really good looking to on the live stream, so maybe we'll throw in one more free plugin for you just in that case.
The support team would be very entertained to receive emails about how good looking Sam is, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
That would
more
definitely
about
get
how
shared in the company.
more about how
A
vain he is.
challenge.
Yeah.
How can you word it in a way that the support team share it in the Barn2 company Slack?
hmm
What will get them talking?
Guys, if you don't have any other questions for us, then we're going to be wrapping up this stream very shortly. But we really appreciate when you guys jump on and watch with us. And we do have our next stream in only a couple of, 3 days on Monday, which would be our Cyber Monday wrap up for the sale. You can register for that on our events page right now. And you will have the banner on our website as well. So you can click on the link there and register your questions. So if you didn't get your question answered this time, we can do it again in just 3 days' time. So we look forward to seeing you guys then. Take advantage of our 40% off deal, and as well as getting the free plugin by sending us an email. And thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks everyone, and hopefully see you Monday. Bye.
Bye-bye.